Hey guys, it's Kerry. Today I'm looking at cephalopods, crustaceans, shellfish, invertebrates, marine mammals, fish, sharks, rays, sea turtles and reptiles. Sally Lightfoot crab. They have an amazing ability to climb vertical slopes and are exceptionally agile. Blue swimmer crab. They come out at night to feed on small fish and small crustaceans. Hermit crab. They spend a lot of time on land, but they have gills like a fish. These shells help them keep the air around their gills humid so they can breathe out of the water. Spiny lobster. They have long horn-like antennae over their eyes that they wave to scare off predators. Clawed lobster. Their eyes are on movable stalks that extend from the head. The crusher claw has a ridged edge that resembles molars and is used to break up hard food such as clams and crabs. The pincher claw rips and tears apart softer prey such as worms or fish. They also use their claws to catch food and battle predators as well as other lobsters. Please subscribe and turn on notifications. King crab. They are mainly carnivores, feeding on snails, worms, barnacles and other small crustaceans. Shrimp. They are an important part of the ecosystem. They are an important source of food for many crabs and fish. Moray eel does not have fins on the sides of its body, so it looks more like a snake than a fish as it swims. The fin on top of the eel starts just behind its head and runs all the way down its narrow body to join the fin at its tail. The moray eel has 2 sets of jaws. Most species have sharp, thin teeth that protrude from the upper and lower jaws. Nautilus pompilius. The nautilus is the only cephalopod with an external shell. Each individual can be identified by their striped shell patterns. Ammonite Previtoceras. It is a Japanese late Cretaceous ammonite. Pleuroceras was a genus of ammonite that includes 3 species that lived during the early Jurassic. Ammonites, which evolved over 400 million years ago, were once the most abundant animals of the ancient seas. Cuperoceras. It used jet propulsion by pushing water through its siphon. Blue sea dragon. Like slugs on land, blue dragons are hermaphrodites. Trilobite. They were the first group of animals in the animal kingdom to develop complex eyes. Their eyes were made from calcite. Trilobites lived in marine waters. Some could swim, others burrowed or crawled around on the muddy sea floors. The exoskeleton helped to protect it. They mainly ate soft worms, while others may have eaten tiny bits of food they found on the muddy ocean floor. Dungeness crab molt their long hard shells as they grow. Pink reef squid. When hunting, they remain vertical to catch their prey, looking like underwater plants. Giant squid. They use their funnel as a propulsion system, drawing water into the mantle or main part of the body and forcing it out the back. Like other squid species, they have 8 arms and 2 long whip-like tentacles that help them bring food to their beak-like mouths. Axolotl live in brackish water. They can regenerate almost any part of their body. It is a neotenic amphibian and lives in waterways in Mexico City. They grow between 25 to 40 centimeters. Seahorse. Males and females change color when trying to attract a mate. Crocodile hatchling. When they hatch, they are already 30 centimeters long. Jellyfish. These invertebrates use their stinging tentacles to stun or paralyze their prey. Pufferfish. They can inflate into a ball shape to evade predators. They're also known as blowfish. These clumsy swimmers fill their elastic stomachs with huge amounts of water and sometimes air and blow themselves up several times their normal size. Some pufferfish species also have spines on their skin to ward off predators. Even if a predator gobbles up a puffer before it inflates, it won't enjoy the snack. Most pufferfish contain a toxic substance that makes them foul-tasting and potentially deadly to other fish. The toxin is deadly to humans. There is enough poison in one pufferfish to kill 30 adult humans, and there is no known antidote. Anomalocaris is an extinct genus of radiodont, a type of arthropod. Belemnite is an extinct order of squid-like cephalopod. Orthoceras is a genus of extinct nautiloid cephalopod. Weedy sea dragon camouflage themselves well, looking like kelp. Flying fish, their streamlined bodies reduce drag when they burst out of the water and get airborne. Cuttlefish are marine mollusks. They belong to the class Cephalopoda, which also includes squid, octopus and nautilus. They inhabit shallow tropical or temperate coastal waters, usually migrating to deeper water in winter. The largest cuttlebone belongs to the Australian giant cuttlefish. Red-eared slider turtle. The sex of the turtle is determined by the temperature during development. They live around ponds and can swim well underwater. Kemp's Ridley sea turtle. They are the smallest and most vulnerable species of sea turtle in the world. They particularly like eating crabs. It's their favourite snack. And this is the hatchling. With reproduction, both male and female's reproductive organs are located at the base of their tails in their cloaca. It's a combined intestinal, urinary and sexual organ. Males have a very long tail while females have a short tail. The male's penis is located in his cloaca. He reaches his tail underneath the posterior end of the female shell to inseminate her cloaca. Copulation can take several hours. The male will hold on to the partner's shell to prevent other males mating with her. A female will mate with several males and store the sperm for several months until she is able to fertilize all of her eggs and start nesting. When at rest, the penis is doubled up on itself within the cloaca, and it's the contraction of the retractor muscles that cause it to undouble and protrude. Fertilization of her eggs by many males contributes to the genetic diversity of the population. Salmon. They can jump up to 2 meters and cross obstacles in rivers. Frogfish, they have the ability to mimic their surroundings in both form and colour, which makes them masters of camouflage. Queen triggerfish, they can dart into crevices when threatened and lock their dorsal fin in place to prevent predators from pulling them out. Clown triggerfish, they are territorial and males are the first to arrive at spawning areas where they set up and defend small territories. Koi fish are surprisingly intelligent. If you keep them as a pet, you can actually train them to eat from your hand. Goldfish were around way before the koi was. Largemouth bass is the largest of the black basses, growing to a record length of 75 centimeters. Coelacanth has extra fins that look like limbs. Coelacanths are different from most fish because they do not lay eggs but instead give birth to live young. Clownfish, they live alongside and within sea anemones, which is a marine creature that looks like an ocean plant but is actually a carnivorous animal. Sailfish uses its snout to slash through schools of fish. Piranha are well known for their razor-sharp teeth and voracious appetites. Catfish are known for their whiskers or barbels, which helps them taste and smell. Boxfish, when under stress, release a toxin. Anglerfish are noted for having a bait-like appendage in front of their heads right above their mouths. This appendage resembles a fishing pole. It is attached to the end of the dorsal fin's front spine, which is separated from the rest of the fin. Anglerfish light their rod with bioluminescence and then wiggle it to mimic a small marine animal. When other creatures come to eat the small marine animal, the anglerfish eats them. The bioluminescence is a result of symbiosis with bacteria. The jaw and stomach of the anglerfish can extend to allow it to consume prey up to twice its size. Basilosaurus was the largest predator at its time. The remains of bony fishes and sharks have been found within their stomachs. Leviathan was known for its large skull and massive teeth, indicating it was a powerful apex predator. Coolosuchus was an aquatic temnospondyl. It was estimated to grow to 4 to 5 meters in length. Kronosaurus had an estimated length of up to 11 meters. It was among the largest pliosaurs. It lived in the early Cretaceous period. Like other pliosaurs, Kronosaurus was a marine reptile. It had an elongated head, a short neck, a stiff body propelled by 4 flippers, and a relatively short tail. The rear flippers were larger than the front. Kronosaurus would have been a fast, active swimmer. It was carnivorous and had many long, sharp, conical teeth. A feature of Kronosaurus is that the first 3 upper teeth are enlarged to fangs. Mosasaurus, They were large predatory marine lizards of the Upper Cretaceous. They breathed air and were powerful swimmers and were well adapted to living in the warm, shallow, epicontinental seas of the Upper Cretaceous. Mosasaurus was so well adapted to this environment that they gave birth to live young rather than return to the shore to lay eggs as sea turtles do. They grew to about 10 meters in length and their jaws could open to about 1 meter. The jaw had a loose joint to let it swallow huge prey whole. Pliosaurus had a large head with massive jaws, a short neck and fairly thick trunk. Despite their massive builds, pliosaurs in general were relatively speedy swimmers with well-muscled flippers on both ends of their trunks, and they seem to have feasted indiscriminately on fish, squid and other marine reptiles, pretty much anything that moved. They later became threatened by the ancestral sharks of the later Mesozoic era, who were faster, speedier and possibly more intelligent as well. Goliath grouper is a top predator in its coastal waters. Sea star. They are invertebrates and are related to sea urchins and sea cucumbers. Some sea stars have more than 5 arms and they have the ability to regrow body parts. Elephant seal has a large proboscis which resembles an elephant's trunk. Right whale. They are baleen whales with bow-shaped lower jaw and a head that is up to 1/4 of the body length. They have callicite, which are a series of horny growths behind the blowhole, on the chin, above the eyes and on the lower lip and the rostrum. The right whale's predator would be orcas. When danger lurks, a group of right whales may cluster into a circle and thrash their outwards pointing tails. Bowhead whale. Their head is about 1/3 of their body's length. Their large, thick skull allows them to break through 20 centimetre thick sea ice. Humpback whale are known for their complex moans, howls, cries and other noises. They are found near coastlines, feeding on tiny shrimp like krill, plankton and small fish. Humpbacks migrate annually from summer feeding grounds near the poles to warmer winter breeding waters closer to the equator. Mothers and their young swim close together, often touching one another with their flippers. Females nurse their calves for almost a year. Humpbacks are powerful swimmers and they use their massive tail fin, called a fluke, to propel themselves through the water and sometimes completely out of it. These whales, like others, regularly breach. This is when the whales leap from the water before landing with a tremendous splash. Grey whale is a baleen whale. It has a layer of blubber up to 25 centimetres thick. The grey whale migrates from cold waters to the tropics each year in pods. Grey whales are very agile swimmers and can dive for up to 30 minutes and go 150 metres deep. Grey whales make grunts, clicks and whistling sounds, which may be used to communicate with other grey whales. Sperm whale. It is a pelagic mammal with a worldwide range and will migrate seasonally for feeding and breeding. Females and young males live together in groups, while the mature males, the bulls, live solitary lives outside of the mating season. A mature, healthy sperm whale has no natural predators. Although calves and weakened adults are sometimes killed by pods of killer whales. Males grow to 16 meters in length, with their head representing up to 1/3 of the animal's length. The sperm whale uses echolocation and vocalization for communication. Their heads are filled with a waxy substance called spermaceti. Spermaceti was a prime target of the whaling industry and was sought after for use in oil lamps, lubricants and candles. The sperm whale is the largest toothed whale and is among the most sexually dimorphic of all cetaceans. Orca or killer whale is a toothed whale that is the largest member of the oceanic dolphin family. Orcas are apex predators with a diverse diet. Prey choice depends on their location. Blue whale reaches a length of up to 30 meters. It is the largest animal ever known to have existed. The blue whale is a slender-bodied cetacean with a broad U-shaped head, thin elongated flippers, and a small 33 centimeter sickle-shaped dorsal fin located close to the tail, and a large tailstock at the root of the wide and thin flukes. Great white shark is the world's largest known extant macropredatory fish and is one of the primary predators of marine mammals such as pinnipeds and dolphins. Its only recorded natural predator would be the orca. Megalodon is an extinct species of giant mackerel shark. Their teeth were thick and robust, built for grabbing prey and breaking bone, and their large jaws had an incredible bite force. It targeted large prey such as whales, seals, and sea turtles. Goblin shark. This pink-skinned animal had a distinctive profile with an elongated flat snout and highly protrusible jaws containing prominent nail-like teeth. It would catch prey by rapidly extending its jaws. Please stay and watch another video with me. I love to read and reply to all of your comments. Thank you for watching my video. See you again soon. See you guys in my next video.